Hey guys, welcome to the channel and another video. Today I'm going to be watching Predator by John McTiernan starring Arnold Schwarzenegger. McTiernan was a quintessential action director in the late 80s and early 90s, and I've watched several of his films, including Die Hard, The Hunt for Red October, Last Action Hero, and Die Hard with a Vengeance. Looks like he worked with Arnie and Bruce Willis twice, both being staples of the action genre. About Predator, I've actually never watched the whole film before. It used to run frequently on HBO in the 90s and 2000s, and I did catch a glimpse here and there. I know there's a predator creature who can turn invisible, and the film is set in a jungle. I also remember Arnie shooting a lot of heavy machinery. That's all I can recall of this film though. I'm aware it's a classic, and most people I know have already watched and loved this film, so I can't wait to get into it. To help support the channel, I have a Patreon page for full-length reactions, early access, and weekly polls for what to watch next. You'll need your own copy of the film to watch along. Please consider being a patron. Please subscribe to this channel. If you like this video, like it. If you didn't, dislike it. With all that being said, let's get started. Predator, McTiernan, Schwarzenegger, let's go. Predator. I know there are crossover films with Alien and Predator. I don't believe I've seen them because I've heard they're not very good. Oh, the Predator is also technically an alien. If it can turn invisible, it's probably not from Earth. The music is a cross between sci-fi and action. Very 80s. Music by Alan Silvestri. He's a very good composer. So, are they here to investigate that alien landing? The 80s and the early 90s were the best time for Arnold Schwarzenegger. I think the budget in this film is a little higher than I probably imagined, because the sets are huge.
You're looking good, Dutch.
It's been a long time, General.
His name's Dutch.
Come on inside.
This cabinet minister, does he always travel on the wrong side of the border?
They're on a rescue mission.
So why don't you use the regular army?
Because some damn fool accused you of being the best.
Of course he is.
You son of a bitch!
Oh, he's ripped.
The CIA got you pushing too many pencils? Huh?
The masculinity in this scene is off the charts.
okay.
But did know when to quit, huh? What is this fucking Thai business?
Oh, come on, forget about me.
I've definitely seen the actor that plays Dylan before. I don't know where. Please remind me, like, if he starred in other huge films, because I definitely have seen him before. These scenes are very reminiscent of the Vietnam War, which happened, what, 20 odd years before this? Especially these helicopter scenes.
Never knew how much I missed this, Dutch. You never were that smart.
These one-liners were so popular back in the day. It's amazing how Schwarzenegger was an Austrian bodybuilder and he became one of the biggest action stars in the world despite barely being able to speak English properly. The determination of that man is insane. I respect that. They're officially behind enemy lines now. And according to Dylan, they have no backup. They're alone. The music switched to very lightly suspenseful and very investigative. Oh, okay. It's just a crash helicopter. It looks like they're filming in an actual jungle, or at least a heavily forested area. That's extremely difficult to do with all the equipment and camera work. Looks like the bodies haven't decomposed yet. That means they haven't been here that long.
Do you remember Afghanistan? Trying to forget it. Come on.
I like how McTiernan is using sounds of the forest to build up tension. For a second there, we heard some animal disturbance. No music at all. Oh man. They skinned them alive. Or dead probably, but they skinned them for sure. The prop design over here is pretty decent. Those are real animal guts right there, so well done, McTiernan.
Mac, cut him down.
I think I've also seen the actor who plays Mac before as well. I don't believe I know his name.
I knew this man.
They were shooting in all directions.
It's time to let old painless out the bed.
Payback time.
That thing can shoot through walls and buildings. I think we're looking through the eyes of the predator. And I think you can see thermal signatures. McTiernan used an infrared camera and added a blue tint to it. I think this was pretty innovative for its time. Oh. It probably wasn't the man they were supposed to rescue.
Killed one of the hostages. We move.
Oh man. Lifting the truck by himself.
Showtime, kid.
Man, I love explosions. And I'm not getting disappointed for a bit because that's all real fire. Real fire is so different to CGI fire. It has volume. You can see the heat play off the actors' faces. It's amazing. They're just destroying everyone. They probably still don't know where the hostages are. If these are the explosions at the beginning of the film, I can only imagine the climax.
Stick around.
Yes! Oh man.
Knock, knock.
I love it. I didn't expect more cheesy lines like he did in Commando, but it's all there. She's the only female we've seen so far.
You're bleeding, man.
I ain't got time to bleed.
Badass.
Oh, bullshit! All of it. You pissed about the cover story. I knew I couldn't get you in here without it. So what story did you hand to Hopper? So you cooked up a story and dropped the 6 of us in a meat grinder.
Yeah, I'm not surprised at all. He was behaving suspiciously since the moment they landed.
You're an asset, and I used you to get the job done. Got it?
Thanks.
I was going down to my girlfriend. I said to her, "Jeez, you got a big pussy. Jeez, you got a big pussy." She said, "Why did you say that twice?" And I said I didn't. See, it's because of the echo. Where the...
I'm really enjoying the sounds that the predator is hearing or making. It's almost like the predator is silently tracking them because it's been following them almost since they landed. I hope there is a little more to the story.
Come on, get up. Would you get up?
Nilo Ententes. What's got Billy so spooked?
Billy has been suspicious of something this whole time. I don't think there's a lot of character development in this movie. We just got introduced to the characters and off we go.
What the hell is wrong with you?
He's a very good tracker, so he is suspicious of something.
I guess it's nothing, Major.
Please!
That was the first glimpse we got. And we can see through it almost. I'm pretty sure they used mirrors on the predator to create that reflection effect. Literally destroyed him.
Did you find Hawkins?
I can't tell. I think it's Hawkins.
Mujer, ¿qué pasó?
Oh, it's a Spanish-speaking country.
She was a jungle. It just came alive and took him.
Bullshit!
They did the same thing to Jim Hopper.
The music is toned up considerably here. Impressive when they use real animals in movies. This is also a very good tracking shot. Again here the prop was pretty well done, and since it was devoid of blood you can see it kind of blue. What just happened? Wow. The focus work on that shot was really well done. They fired at least 1,000 rounds into the forest, but the predator is already gone. Did the predator shoot something at him? Because I saw a bluish bolt coming towards.
You saw what? I saw it. We hit nothing.
They were the hunters. Now they're the hunted. Nice.
Put him in his poncho. Take him with us. I got him.
This must be the blood of the creature. And she's putting it on herself so that the predator can keep tracking them regardless. My question is whether she knows about the predator already or... Why would she do that? I know it didn't kill her and kill the other guy, but it just seems a little illogical. Oh, wow, that's a revelation. It's technologically advanced. I thought it was just some sort of creature who had the ability to turn invisible. So it's technology they have. So it does have a purpose. It's not like The Thing where we don't know. And I think we got a first glimpse of its face.
Those eyes disappeared.
I'm scared, Pancho.
Bullshit.
There's something out there waiting for us. And it ain't no man.
This is the first time they're insinuating that it's not human.
Whatever it is out there, it killed Hopper. And now it wants us.
Jesus, you killed a pig.
It's a pig. I'm still wondering what its purpose is. I think he's realizing it.
He's using the
That
trees.
he's using the trees.
It uses the jungle.
You saying that Blaine and Hawkins were killed by a fucking lizard?
This thing is hunting us. All of us.
We make a stand now, or there will be nobody left to go to the chopper.
Go to the
There's
chopper.
something else.
If it bleeds, we can kill it.
Is that where the get into the chopper line came from? Is he shaving or just removing the sweat? Schwarzenegger back in the day was so shredded. He's being watched from the back.
Shit!
Oh, it got trapped! But it's out. Oh! This is the first time we actually get to see it.
Get Ramirez on his feet, get to the chopper!
Get to the
Hold
chopper!
it, Dutch, I'm going
This
in.
is definitely where it came from. Get to the chopper now. You must get out of here. He's hell-bent on revenge for his friend. And he's going to die soon, I bet.
You see it? I see you.
We both got scores to settle.
This film isn't boring for 1 second. It's just action scene after action scene or infiltration scenes, both of which I really enjoy. Although I have to admit there is little to no character development. What? Oh man, Mac is dead. I'm really trying to understand the creature's motivations.
Let's go.
Oh man, don't tell me Billy's also going to stay behind.
Billy, let's go!
That is a huge hunting knife. The predator isn't taking any fair fight. Most of it is just stealth and attacking from the back. And Billy's dead. Oh man, Poncho's dead too.
Get to the chopper!
And he says it again, but in a different context.
Shit!
If he doesn't fall directly into the water, he's dead. It's such a coincidence that everybody else got shot with a lethal shot except Arnold Schwarzenegger. Dutch. Only superficial wounds on him. We're over an hour and 20 minutes into the film, and McTiernan is finally showing us a whole body shot of the Predator without the invisibility. It can't see him? That doesn't make much sense. It can see infrared. Even if he's covered with mud, the body signature is huge. But I guess it's working though, using the film's logic. And I think we're near the climax of the film because everybody else has either evacuated or is dead. It's only Dutch and the Predator now. That's the counterweight. Again, I'm not commenting much on the film's editing or cinematography, but the music, the action sequences, and the props, the practical effects, the special effects are very good. Oh! It's not eating the humans, the Predator. I wonder what its purpose is. We're at the climax of the film and I have no idea why it's here. To kill for sport? That's the best explanation I have so far. That's gunpowder, but is he using it to build a bomb? Or some sort of explosive? Yeah, I think he's collecting skulls and samples. Why though? It's a primal scream, which caught the Predator's attention. He's definitely wearing an exoskeleton type suit, the Predator, and I wonder what it looks like inside. I hope the final act of the film is shot in the dark. Well lit night action sequences are one of my favorite things to watch, especially if there are explosions, because it contrasts really well with the darkness. Oh, it's the following morning. The Predator has no idea. Its invisibility just turned off, and it's just firing randomly, just like Dutch and his team did earlier. We're done with the invisibility now. The costume design of the Predator is very unique. I finally got to see a proper look at it for more than 2 seconds. McTiernan can really shoot action films. I wonder whether he made any good films in the 2000s or later. Its blood is almost like it's radioactive. I'm not sure whether it is, but it looks like it. I like how McTiernan is showing Dutch at an advantage right now. That's going to be taken away from him very soon if they're meant to have a fair fight. Or else we won't be satisfied, because both of them have played the role of a hunter and the prey. So they need to be on an equal footing for us to get any resolution. Very cool. Oh no, I just realized his mud is going to get washed away now. They can finally see each other. No more camouflage for either of them. And like I just said, they're on equal footing now. Not really. The Predator has an advantage. He's superhuman. Why is it taking its time to kill Dutch? It's going to take the helmet off? Finally! Wow. This, why did they hide this? all this time. This is so well done. They're going to have a hand-to-hand combat now.
Bad idea.
It almost has human-like eyes. The music now is relentless and is holding a very fast beat. Oh, it's that trap he set up at the beginning.
Come on. I'm here! Kill me!
Come on, kill me! I'm
She
here!
sees right through it.
Come on! Do it now! Kill me!
That's the counterweight. Oh! That's like a ton. Well, I guess it's wearing that exoskeleton thing, which provides some protection.
What the hell are you?
The mimicry has been confirmed. I think that was a self-destruct button, based on the sound and the apparent numbers. And it's laughing. That was a huge explosion. I just wish they showed it from a further camera view so we could have seen the whole thing. Damn. And he's alive. Why did I ever doubt Dutch and the triumphant music? And the dawn comes while the helicopter arrives near him, attracted by the sound. Do we see a hint of smile from her? No. Okay. That was a good choice. The film starts just like it ends, with a helicopter shot. That's Jesse Ventura, okay. Carl Weathers. I've heard that name before, and I've seen him before, I just don't know where. Very enjoyable. A classic action film. Okay, I took some time to collect my thoughts. First off, that was a classic action film. There are no two ways about it. I knew McTiernan to be a really amazing action director, and this film further cemented it. Arnold Schwarzenegger was the perfect choice for the role of Dutch, the special forces major in charge of rescuing the supposedly kidnapped cabinet minister. We soon find out that they were somewhat set up by Dylan, as we find out that a previous team had been MIA. As soon as we find that out though, the tone of the film switches from a rescue to somewhat a survival film. Let's talk about the directing by McTiernan. He really knows how to shoot action sequences very well, there's no doubt there. But he does have some weaknesses in character development and cinematography. Not weak enough to ruin the film though. Although I wouldn't call his directorial style unique, he really nails the essentials of creating a flowing narrative and keeps the pace of the film pretty well. One thing I have to say is that I still don't know why the Predator was here on Earth. The only explanation I found so far was it was in it for the sport. Please correct me if I'm wrong here. His choices for the use of infrared cameras to show the Predator's POV was very innovative for its time. I also liked how he switched back the theme of hunters and prey. At first, the Predator was the hunter and the team were the prey. The roles reversed by the end of the second act and switched again by the end of the film. That really kept the plot interesting and held my attention. The cinematography in this film was a little weak. McTiernan had the open jungle to play with, but he didn't. Although the telephoto shots of the helicopter at the beginning of the film was good, that's about it. Most of the film was spent using close-up shots. I really wish I got to see more explosions from a distance. I believe that would have made the film appear bigger than it actually was. The editing of the film was okay, nothing flashy or spectacular. It was cohesive enough as to not ruin the watching experience for me. I don't have anything extremely positive or negative to say about it. The music in this film was by Alan Silvestri, who did way too many films for me to list here. He is an amazing composer, and his music was great in the film, and he used it smartly too. The style of score was used. The style of score used was very 80s, and it alternated between action music and suspense building music. Overall, very, very well done in the audio department. The practical effects and the special effects looked a bit dated, but I assume they were very good for their time. Like I mentioned before, the infrared POV of the Predator was very innovative. The costume design of the Predator, when it finally was revealed, was excellent and well detailed. The sets used in the film were okay. I really did love the practical explosions in the film, or any film. The props, like the guns or the small computer that the Predator used, was meticulously made. So very good overall. Arnold Schwarzenegger played Dutch, the primary protagonist of the film. Arnie was almost at the peak of his career at that point, and it really shows. He played Dutch with confidence, and like his team, had no fear at all. I won't talk much about Arnie's actual acting skills because I have to give him some leeway in that regard. But apart from those acting nuances, his performance was pretty great. Kevin Peter Hall played the Predator, the primary antagonist of the film. Hall portrayed the Predator with menace, and his screen presence was great. He was intimidating and larger than life. I've already talked about his costume and general storyline, but one thing in this film was the lack of motivation for the Predator. I realize it's a killing machine, but for what reason? Carl Weathers played Dylan, who one might consider the secondary antagonist of the film, as he didn't reveal what he knew and his true motivations for the supposed rescue. If he would have been more forthcoming, maybe the team might have been better prepared for the Predator. Carl Weathers played Dylan excellent though, no complaints there. Bill Duke, Richard Chavez, Jesse Ventura, and Sonny Lantham played Mac, Poncho, Blaine, and Billy respectively. They were all part of Dutch's team. All of them had significant roles and were wonderful additions to the cast. I wouldn't call their performances Oscar-worthy or anything. In fact, the overall acting in this film was a little above mediocre, but all is forgiven with the fantastic action and pretty good storytelling. I do have two criticisms of the film. One, the lack of motivation for the Predator, except killing for sport. And two, there was very little character development for any of the main cast. We were introduced to them at the beginning of the film with little exposition, and that's it. I think increasing the runtime by 10 to 15 minutes and spending a little more time with the characters would have made me care for them more. But apart from that, this is a film I'll be rewatching as often as I watch Die Hard, which is usually once a year. It's a timeless action film which still holds up pretty well now. My question to you guys is, are the sequels any good? What about the Alien crossover films? Do let me know in the comments. Anyways, thank you for watching. I have a Patreon page. Consider being a patron. Subscribe to the channel. Like if you liked the video. Dislike it if you didn't. I will see you in the next one.